Hey, oh, hello. How you doing? Oh, yeah, you look finer than a shaved Wookiee, baby. Ow! You know, I sense a great disturbance in my pants. A great disturbance. Yeah, well, I'm mostly machine, you know. You want to shine my helmet? Oh, I meant this one. Oh. Vader's hot. You know, once you go Sith, you never go back. You know what I'm talking about? Strike back. Oh, strike out. Vader strikes out. Again.
Case modding mad scientist Paul Capello is here to show us his latest pimped out PC creations. Then Sarah throws on a tattered trench coat and heads into the seamy underbelly of Sin City. Ain't that just like a dame? And it was one of the most anticipated games of 2004, and today, Doug Lombardi from Valve Software will be showing an exclusive level and new technology for Half-Life 2. So link up, form your blazing sword, and get ready for a Roll Beast throwdown. It's Attack of the Show.
Pick up on this.
All right, do the piano guy again. Do the piano guy.
He goes like this.
Every day during the intro, you never get to see it. He gets excited.
Like, ding, ding,
but
ding, ding.
you actually get your arms ready and you wait for it the whole intro, and then you play.
That's the only
It's
part
kinda
where I'm
cute.
just kind of like, it's a little borderline.
What?
Because he's like, ding, ding, ding.
He's rocking out, man, and then
Yeah.
does the lever thing. Whatever.
But
All
everything
right.
else is pretty cool. I like the watch, the attack.
Attack of the Show.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
what this is.
Yeah.
The only show on TV guaranteed to work 98% of the time, or your money back.
Your money back. How much do you get if all hell breaks loose? How much are we giving people?
$2.50.
$2.50?
Yeah,
That's
$3.
not a whole
$3
lot.
if you're
You
lucky.
get lunch if
like
the
it's
show
not
breaks
much.
down.
Get a carton of milk on us.
That's right.
I think you could afford a Red Bull now. Red Bulls are
I
expensive.
hate Red Bull.
Tangent. Really?
Not a big fan.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I'm Kevin Pereira. You're
I'm
Kevin
Kevin
Rose.
Rose, yes.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
we're
And
friends,
that's Sarah Lane is here.
Yeah,
of
she's
course.
here.
Sarah's
Hello,
here.
hello. Getting very excited about Sin City opening on Friday.
Yeah. Have you? Now you've seen the movie.
I
haven't
saw
you?
it.
We saw it. Kevin
Oh.
and I were lucky enough to see a screening,
Oh.
so we're kind of, the privileged view, and it was great. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what you can expect in the movie and hear a little bit about behind the scenes, too, in this very
It's hardcore.
show.
Yeah.
It's hardcore.
I'm really glad you
for
two
sure.
got to see it. I'm really glad both of you got the
We
opportunity
invited
to
you.
enjoy the
You
movie.
didn't want to come.
We
I'm
did
really
not.
glad.
Did we invite?
No.
Both
No,
of
we
you
did.
got a
We
He
did.
chance to see
wasn't
it.
actually.
I thought we
Very
did.
nice. Yeah.
Thought we did. Sorry.
Fair enough.
She handles that kind of stuff.
It's good?
Yeah. It's hardcore. It's good, but it's like, man alive. You don't take your little kids to it.
Needs one of those in it.
Yeah, it needs a little this.
Needs that guy every now and then to lighten it
Yeah,
up.
lighten up the mood a little
Very nice.
bit.
You know, yesterday we did the Your Ass Got Served.
Yes,
And,
the web server, yes. I
The
remember that.
internet has blown up, I think, on account of it. I
Yeah,
saw lots.
People are duplicating this. It's happening everywhere now.
Everybody, man. The USB thumb drives are complete, or the USB
sold
web
out.
servers are sold out everywhere.
Hundreds of people
Yeah.
across America
and
right now.
KY went up, man. I mean, the stock
price,
ticker
NASDAQ,
is through the roof.
We should have bought.
We should have. I did. Anyway, moving right along. The official Star Wars Fan Film Festival has whittled down to 16 finalists.
Oh,
Do you know
I like
about
this.
thing
Yes,
at all?
yes.
So basically, if you're a fan of Star Wars or you just play one on TV, you can create a fan film, upload it to adamfilms.com. Well, you could have.
Right.
That
It's too
is
late
done
now.
now. They've picked the finalists. There's 16 of them, and you can go, and here they are. There's a bunch of them. The winner will be announced on April 22nd at the Star Wars Celebration 3 event in Indiana. There's all sorts of entries. There's like a fake beer commercial. There's a really, really bad Anakin Dynamite film. At least
Like a little
I thought it was
Napoleon Dynamite
yeah,
action,
it was
but
like,
Anakin.
10 points for trying,
Yeah.
but -50 for executing the way you did.
Now, how many do they start off with? Do we know? I mean, because I know there was a lot of
don't know.
crappy ones, but at least they finally got it down.
Well, they
to-
whittled it down to 16 like
Yeah.
marginally crappy ones.
Right.
But there's a lot of money to win in this. There's several $1,000s if you win the competition. So
Nice.
good. Go watch them. View them.
Excellent.
They're fun.
Now, Kevin, have you heard of toddler peds?
Toddler peas.
Yes. They're sculptures that are made out of toys. Take a look at this website right here. This is some of the freakiest things I have ever seen.
Whoa.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Is that
all
kind
right.
of creepy?
That's kind of cool, actually.
No. I don't, is that Photoshop head? No, that's a real
No,
head
that's
on
a
there.
real toddler head.
So the sculpture, this is what he does in his spare time. He creates all these different like toddler peds. Yeah, that's
and they're just made out of baby dolls,
yeah, just
right?
made out of baby dolls. They're kind of centipedes made out of baby dolls.
Reminds me
it's
of
weird.
have you heard of Toy Lab? The Toy Lab? This
Yeah,
is a
I heard
site
about
that they
this.
encourage you to recycle your old toys, but do it in a cool, like,
Right,
artsy
right.
way.
You go to like garage sales and buy toys
Right.
and make.
Like this is some sort of
awesome.
bizarre. I think there's some My Little Pony, maybe some He-Man in there.
Sarah was a big My Little Pony fan, right?
Oh, absolutely.
We really?
My Little Pony. I still have them, actually.
Oh, no.
It's true. Well, I'm gonna,
Do you brush their hair nightly?
one day I'm gonna get rich on eBay because of My Little Ponies.
She likes to bring them out.
And you won't be
sometimes,
laughing
and
then.
Do you guys role play with them?
It's
or?
just weird. She's like, play with the pony, and I'm just like, I don't want to do that.
No.
Anyway,
That's more information than
overshare
anybody
there.
ever wanted. Thanks. All right, we're live, right?
Yes,
You
we are.
can't.
I didn't know
okay.
that,
All right.
yeah.
The UK is experimenting with talking lampposts, from
Yeah,
the
this is
bizarre
big
to
news.
the incredibly pathetic. So I guess like they're already in London, in like Glasgow and Birmingham apparently.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess the deal is people are loitering, hanging out by lampposts,
and these
so
are
they
gonna
have.
like tell people to skedaddle, like get out.
Yeah,
out
like
there.
literally. We have, I guess the posts have cameras and motion sensors on them, so when they send somebody in the
Okay,
area,
so you can tell you're hanging out.
It actually snaps. There's like a flash, a bulb goes off, and then you hear a voice saying you need to leave, apparently.
So to take a picture?
Yeah, it actually takes pictures. It's supposed to like curb graffiti and I guess prostitution as well. So we have
some,
we have one of the cameras. We put a camera watching a camera live. Here it is.
Footage.
Hello. Sorry to trouble you, but would you mind terribly not loitering on this corner? Thank you so much. It's me again. Just a reminder that loitering on this corner is frowned upon. If there's any way you could keep from doing so, we'd very much appreciate it. Cheers.
My God.
It's a very polite lamppost. No?
What?
What accent was that exactly?
I don't
Is,
know.
is your cell phone going off? Hold
Yeah,
on. Let me
it's
let
on
him know we're
vibrate,
doing
it's on vibrate.
But let me let him know we're doing a show right now. Who is it?
All right, answer.
All right, so you take care of the show. But excuse me, ma'am. This is, I'm sorry. This isn't Kevin Rose. This is Kevin Pereira, the other Kevin. We're in the middle of a live television show. I'm sorry. Sorry to
he's
bother.
actually.
Okay. All right.
All
Take
right.
care. Yeah, I'll let him know that you called. Thanks. Sorry about that.
Excellent. Now today we're going to show you some incredible PC case
Well, I
mods.
couldn't just hang up. She was still talking.
wasn't?
I don't know, but she called. Check
have
your
to-
call
I'll have to
log.
look at the call
I felt
log.
really rude. I was like,
Yes.
I got to.
We're doing a live show. Well, I should have turned off
shut
my
your phone off.
I'm in trouble now. Now we're going to show off some amazing, incredible PC mods from the talented Paul Capello. So if you have some modding questions, give us a call at 800-839-7880. And if you want to, you can ask your question on the show today. We're going to have some calls. We'll send
Nice.
you a copy of Paul's Extreme PC modding book. This is pretty cool. And he wants your emails too. So send them through our web form at g4tv.com/askaots and chat with us at chat.g4tv.com.
.com. Yeah.
I keep forgetting our URL.
That's all right.
But stay tuned because Paul's on his way to the studios as we speak. Nothing looks better than a great case mod, and almost nobody does it better than Paul Capello. He's got a great new book, The Maximum Guide to Extreme PC Mods, and he's here today. Hey, Paul, welcome back to the show.
Hi, Kevin. Thanks for having me.
So you brought a couple examples here that we can check out.
I did.
These are some crazy mods. What is this first one here?
This one is a LAN party rig that I designed to be portable. It's inside of a hardshell backpack. I like to call it the Bobblebee case mod. Basically, it's what we call a found object mod. It's taking a found object, in this case, a hardshell backpack, and installing a complete gaming rig inside of it. It doesn't have to be a gaming rig. It can be it can be just about any PC. But
I was going to say, I've seen these backpacks at the mall. I mean, you can buy
Yeah.
these pretty much anywhere.
yeah, these are terrific.
And
These
so
are
you thought like it'd be great to take the LAN parts, just throw it over your back. You don't have to worry about handles or anything else.
Yeah, here we have a complete rig. It's got an X800 Pro graphics card inside of it. It's got
So
a
it just
AMD
slides out like that.
3400.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So here we have the guts of it, and here
So
we
here's
have
the
the
PC.
backpack, which is basically just a backpack.
Nice. So you just slide it out like this when you're
Yeah.
using it, or when you take it to LAN parties.
Sure, yeah.
And now this looks like you did some custom modification here. I mean, you have a nice little bend here that you created some like a housing for it to mount these hard drives and everything.
Yeah,
was
basically.
that tricky?
No, well, a little bit. I built a skeleton from aluminum framing, and then basically a plastic skin around it, and inside of here, all my components are basically on that skeleton, and then this is basically it. This is as small as you can possibly get. This is about as big as a shuttle PC.
I see. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a nice mod. I like that. And I like this little display right here. What is this exactly? Where did you pull this off of?
This is a hacked up Cooler Master. I think it's a Aerogate. Yeah, Cooler Master Aerogate.
Just keeps track of everything that's going on in the PC?
Yeah, it monitors your temperatures, it controls your fan speed and so forth.
Very cool. Like the mod. Now, what about this one here?
This one here is a home theater PC. I like to call it Jujubee. This was also made for my book. This was built from, the case was built from parts that were readily available at home improvement stores. You have your basic plexiglass. You have some aluminum parts, such as this front here, bezel here, is made from aluminum door saddle.
So you tell me there was no PC frame whatsoever. This is completely from scratch?
That's correct. This is from the ground up, built into a case.
I got to tell you, though, this looks, I mean, I couldn't build this. Is this
Sure
something
you could.
that, no, I don't think I could.
You could.
I don't know.
Just read my book.
Could people do this? I mean, with everyday household parts and items, could someone really build this? Do they need like a laser cutter and things like that?
No, not at all. Basic hand tools like a hacksaw, some screwdrivers, measuring tapes, some good hand files. You can, and a jigsaw.
How'd you
can
get
make this entire case.
How about the center part up top here? There was no laser cutting there
No,
whatsoever?
not at all. This is a sign maker's trick. This window is actually cut using the silver is actually contact paper, and I put the lid of a pot on top of it, and with my X-Acto knife, I cut around it.
Awesome.
Boom, you have a window.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me, Kevin.
You can see more of Paul's awesome case mods on our website at g4tv.com/AOTS. And if you have a PC modding question for Paul, give us a call. If we take your question on the show, we'll send you a copy of his free book, or a free copy of his book. It's not a free book. They're actually charging for this one. It's Extreme PC Modding. Want to check that out. Now, right after these tempting advertisements, hide your email address from spammers or send fake emails to terrorize your friends. My dark tip is coming up. And Sarah's going to take you behind the scenes of one of this year's hottest movies, Sin City, when Attack of the Show reboots.
Baby, do these jeans make my butt look big?
No, you just have a really huge ass. The jeans are fine.
Brutally honest? Watch X-Play. Tonight at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific.
It seems like there's some new rule in Hollywood that every comic book ever drawn must now be made into a movie. Don't you agree? Sometimes it's good, Spider-Man. Sometimes it's bad, Daredevil. But I think I can safely say that the newest addition to graphic novel cinema, Sin City, is in a class all its own.
When Frank Miller's Sin City hit bookshelves in 1991, villains, fast women, and unlikely heroes ran the streets inside his graphic novels. They were never meant to escape the pages, though.
Sin City's too precious to me, and I could never entirely trust anybody else with it. I know the place. I lived there, and I know everybody there. I even know where they went to school.
But nobody wanted to mess with Frank Miller's baby, not even director Robert Rodriguez, who eventually convinced Miller to take the leap into cinema.
I wouldn't even let Frank change stuff. He'd come and say, hey, why don't we try a silhouette here? I don't know, you got white silhouettes in the book. I think that's a better idea. Nobody does that. He goes, yeah, you're right. It is better. I like your discipline.
The duo co-directed Sin City together from start to finish, with a little guest direction from Quentin Tarantino. The only way to keep things under control? Stay true to the core material, which, by the way, is terrifying.
Nothing can stop this. Time to prove to your friends that you're worth a damn.
We'll fight the cops and the mob. We'll go to war.
I'd read those graphic novels and thought they were wild and extraordinary.
Open up, please.
I'll be right out.
Wow, they were really intense.
What are you doing?
Try to keep it on the road!
Dude, what should I do when I walk in here? You know, does he really want me to do that?
Was it ever a challenge? You know, the spoken word is obviously very graphic novel-esque.
It's campy, but there's a rhythm to it that really works.
He was from a while back, before you showed up again with that new face of yours. And it was only because I felt sorry for him.
I'll call you later.
No, don't go!
It is such a pleasure to speak his dialogue. It's not a comic book film.
Right.
This is a graphic novel that's being communicated in a different medium.
A lot of graphic novels are made into movies. You know, it's a big trend these days. This is like straight from the words that are
This is the
written.
most, and it's also the most successful bedding of computer generated with live action that I've ever seen.
A lot of it was green screen, and we were just basically, we had props, and we just did our thing, and then just kind of going on faith. Yeah, it'll look good. Now, I know I'm not a dude, but I don't think she has anything to worry about. Woo! And how about the outfits? They look great. Are they comfortable? They're fun to wear.
Sometimes they were uncomfortable, though. Sometimes it was the funniest thing. It's the kind of thing like you're trying to imagine someone sitting there and drawing them, just basically naked with straps of leather. Those kinds of women don't really technically exist, except in Frank Miller's mind.
Aha, they do now, because Sin City's come to life. Lucky us.
Of course, Sin City opens in theaters everywhere this Friday. I think it is beyond worth your money. I haven't been excited about any movie like this since Pulp Fiction. That says a lot. My only word of caution, and Kevin mentioned it earlier, it's really, really gruesome. But for you Frank Miller fans, you'll be glad to hear it's literally lifted word for word from these original novels. Won't deviate at all, and you'll be really impressed. Also, you don't want to miss the Frank Miller special on Icons tomorrow night right here on G4 TV, premiering at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific. So you can get to know the man, the legend, the history of Sin City, and more tomorrow on Icons. Now, let's hand it off to Kevin Rose and his shadowy dark tips.
Wow. That was a pretty cool little graphic.
A little retro
I feel like I need to be serving you a milkshake or something from here. This seems kind of strange.
I'll have please. I'll have two.
Yeah, moving on. Dark tips today. It's about email,
Yes.
it's about spam, it's about spamming your friends. So first, let's start off with how not to get spammed.
Yes, that's good.
That's very good. You know, a lot of people, they're always talking about the Gmail. Gmail is very hot and popular right now.
Yeah, but I don't get a lot of spam on my Gmail.
You know, I get a ton of spam.
Do you really? See, no one cares about me. No one knows about my address.
I post my address. But here, let me show you how to get around any spam in the future that you might potentially get.
Okay.
When you're filling out a web form, say you want to sign up for a newsletter, you go to, here's a form right here. We're going to click in the newsletter address.
Right.
What's your Gmail address?
It is.
You don't want to give it out?
KevinRose@gmail.com.
Okay,
All right,
so
buddy?
we'll just say Kevin Rose, and then you go a plus sign. So I hit a little plus right there. I say spam@gmail.com. Now, that's not my email address. My email address is kevinrose@gmail.com. But if I do the plus spam, then what happens is when they sign up for it, then they come into my inbox, they're going to be flagged, let me show you here, with the plus spam header. So they take anything. You can do plus anything, plus teddy bears, plus whatever you like, and then it'll sort it into a particular folder for you. So you turn on sorting options. So that way, if you're like, I don't know if I should give away this email address, and they might be spamming me, just add that little plus and then any keyword that you like.
Right.
And it'll
So
instantly
plus
go
tentacle, and it'll automatically go to my hentai folder.
Exactly.
Very nice.
Done. The next thing we have is Dodge It. Have you heard of Dodge It?
I've heard of Dodge It.
Yeah,
yes,
this is really
yes.
cool. Just
Great
very
service.
simple. Dodgeit.com. You basically make up an email address on the fly. So you're like, I want to be kp@dodgeit.com. You just type that into a form, and then you go here and you click on check mail. There's no password required or anything, and then you can sign in and check the mail for any account that you want. But obviously, you wouldn't use this for personal mail or anything that's sensitive.
Sure. You're not signing up for your online banking with a Dodge It account.
You don't want to do that. It's just for for
sluttytorrents.net. Perfect.
If that's
works.
what you're into, yes.
I'm just saying.
Next thing what we have is sending fake email. Everybody needs, if somebody smells at work, you don't want to tell them, or there's something going on. You want to be able to have a way to send these email messages. Okay. And let me show you the one that I use. This is called Fake Mailer. It's an application that you download. You put in all your information here, and you click on Send Mail, and it sends email. Here's the problem. I showed this on the show probably about 6 months ago. Since then, they have bundled it with this. Take a look at the screen. Watch this.
All right.
Ad after ad. They've put so much spyware and adware in there. They figured, hey, we can make some money on this, and so they loaded up with adware and spyware.
Right.
Do not use this
But if you're the kind
anymore.
of person who's sending fake mail, then don't you deserve all
maybe,
those pop-ups?
maybe you do deserve the.
Really?
So download and install it. Yes, that's no. Basically, this is not what. If you want to have a truly anonymous email, we recommend going to hushmail.com. It's completely encrypted. The thing about Hushmail is it's a free account you can get and sign up for. But if you forget your password, they're so hardcore they won't even give it to you. They won't reset. You're basically locked out of your account.
Sorry, dude. See ya.
You forgot. You lost your keys. You lost your keys. That's all there is to it. So
Wow.
a couple of really good downloads and links there. To get the links for these sites, visit our show notes for more information.
Thank you, Kevin. Now we've got some savory news coming our way, but first, you want to see some cool websites?
Maybe.
All right, we'll take that awkward silence as a maybe, yeah. Brendan shows off the best of the best from this year's South by Southwest Web Awards. It's coming up next. Welcome back. Later on in the show, we've got an exclusive look at the soon...
I just can't get comfortable. I feel...
Figure it out. How do you think you're making me feel? All right, coming up later, we'll have an exclusive look at the soon-to-be-released level for Half-Life 2. A lot of people are waiting for that. And we'll take some of your questions for case modder Paul Capello. You comfy? You good?
I'm good. It's just weird, you know, if we were, you know, on, you know, my couch or your couch, you would never be sitting this close.
Right.
It's like two dudes just, it's just awkward. You wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't.
But this is TV, and we're all about
big happy family. So let's...
You know what? Maybe after the show.
All right, fair enough.
Anyway, Kevin, remember when people used to get all excited about websites?
Yes.
Weren't we cute when we were young?
Yeah.
Well, it turns out that people are actually still making them. And some of them are actually pretty good. I went down to Austin for the South by Southwest Interactive Web Awards.
Now, the thing about film festivals these days is they're so big that they have side festivals. And in the case of South by Southwest, there's an interactive festival. And the big thing with that are the Web Awards. There's 16 categories honoring everything from art to music to making money.
Hosted by comedian Laura Swisher.
I'm really happy and proud to be a part of the South by Southwest Web Awards.
Now, since showing all of them would be a bit too much, we narrowed them down.
The next category is classic, and the winner is The Matrix.
Have you heard of The Matrix? The Matrix? Do you want to know what it is?
Okay. So we're standing next to a giant cow.
He is big.
Tell me about him.
Well, his name is Morpheus, you know.
That's clever.
You get to watch a 3-minute animation of mediocre Flash quality. That's the factory farming system that most animal products are produced under is really whack.
This overuse of antibiotics breeds super strains of resistant disease-causing germs. Every day we get closer to an epidemic that cannot be stopped.
Snap out of it. Take the red pill. It's the red pill, right?
I think it's the red pill.
Yeah.
I never saw the movie.
Sites related to actors, television, films, and the film industry. The winner is Style Wars.
It's a graffiti documentary called Style Wars. Won Sundance Film Festival in 1982. It was directed by Henry Chalfant and Tony Silver.
It was a classic movie, so it's attained a cult following. So it has a lot of importance in the hip hop communities. What was, I guess, early hip hop and graffiti, taking that to the next level, just like Style Wars did the film. Now taking Style Wars, the website, to the next level and bringing it out to a larger community.
The next category is music. And the winner is Billy Harvey Music.
Hey, how's it going? My new record's out. It's called Pie. And, you can get it at the store if you want. You click store or something like that.
It's a music site. I have I don't know, records, and I try to sell them and pay my rent.
That's why it works. People respond to it.
No BS.
Everyone's trying to sell you something. And we are.
But you're selling it in a cool way.
We're honest, and Billy's handsome, and he's funny. It was the easiest thing I've ever done in my life for 3 months with no sleep.
Thanks for stopping by my site.
Let's go to Best of Show, huh? Made in Montreal.
Basically, you tell us how you feel, and we shoot you the city that you need, because there's a way to explore the city, which is just I want to. And then there are verbs, nouns, and adverbs, and you just mix and match together, and we just give you the city that you need based on how you feel at the moment.
So if I'm going to Montreal, you can give me a guided tour of the city depending on what kind of person I am?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, there's a lot more where that came from. If you want to see all the finalists, hit our show notes.
Very nice. Now get ready to get your news on, huh? Yeah, it's the feed.
Blockbuster Video, the video rental chain that stocks every movie you could ever dream of as long as it came out in the last 2 months and doesn't have subtitles, finally had their no late fees offer exposed for the cheap scam it was. Blockbuster will pay $600,000 to settle complaints in 47 states For those keeping track, that excludes 3 states, and we're not sure which ones, but just for the sake of freaking them out, we'll say North Dakota, Montana, and Wisconsin. And Blockbuster will also refund customers who claim they were misled by the company's advertising claims. Blockbuster made a big deal over its no more late fees policy, but failed to mention if your movie was late enough, you'd have to buy it. On the bright side, Mean Girls makes a great coaster. To anyone who's been forced to pay $2 to access their own money, the concept of an ATM thievery is nothing new. But now it seems like crooks who don't work for banks are also getting in on the action. California police are warning of a new scam in which perps attach a fake reader to an ATM, which traps the victim's card and copies the PIN. The bad guys then swoop in, gather all the information, and clean out your bank account quicker than an ex-wife. If you want to avoid the scam, you can always just go to the teller, but at that rate, you might as well just give up on the idea of getting anything done quickly, clear 5 hours out of your schedule, and just pay for your groceries with a check. Yeah. Man, when 2 fruits get into a fight, things sure get catty fast. Developers of the open source Pear PC program say that prissy bitch map emulator Cherry OS is flat out copied code from it and other free software projects. Cherry OS countered by flat out denying these allegations and, we assume, snapping their fingers in a weird pattern. Meow. And finally, Ashton Kutcher's new film, Guess Who? You know, that urban Meet the Parents, cleaned up at the box office over the weekend, partly because the version that people saw had been cleaned of some offensive material, namely Kutcher's red Kabbalah bracelet. Yep, that's right. According to MSNBC, test audiences were so turned off by the red string that Kutcher wore throughout the movie that the studio spent about $100,000 digitally removing it. We're not sure who to be more annoyed with, Kutcher for being such a tool, or the audiences for being outraged by the string, yet perfectly okay with sitcom-level jokes. What the hell, we'll go with Kelso. The red string is supposed to ward off the evil eye in the version of Kabbalah favored by Kutcher and his old lady, which is not just a cute pet name, by the way, and Madonna. And that's today's feed. Thanks for stopping by.
Pressed like,
wow.
Interesting.
What does that say about audiences for picking up on a string and not the movie? I mean, if that's their only gripe.
Hey, you know, Ashton Kutcher's got short time left. If you're watching Ashton, call me. We'll discuss it.
What, are you gonna help him with his career? Is that what that is?
I think that probably didn't help him much, having you know, a snafu like that. But you know, I'm not a Hollywood agent.
I don't even know that that's a snafu, though. I don't think he was trying to punk the test audiences or anything. Maybe he was.
Okay.
All right, we'll be taking your calls for Case Modder, Paul Capello in just a bit. But next, Valve's Doug Lombardi is here to show off some exciting new Source Engine technology. We'll be right back.
The feed is brought to you by Progressive. Think easier, think Progressive.
All right, we're playing Unreal Tournament 2004 in this week's Attack of the Show LAN party, so oil up your PC. Oh, yeah. Blow away your friends with any of the game's unlimited weapons, and by unlimited, we mean 17, but still, that's kind of a lot. There's secondary fire on some of them, I think. You know the deal. Go to our website, click on Join Our LAN Party, and get all the info you need, and we'll see you Thursday for the very first Attack of the Show LAN Party. Now, if our LAN parties weren't good enough for you, we have now yet another reason for you to beef up your gaming rig. Valve is launching a new level in Half-Life 2 that puts the competition to shame, and today, Valve's Director of Marketing, Doug Lombardi, is here to tell us all about it. Doug, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. So you're here to tell us all about the new expansion pack to Half-Life 2 that you're working on, where you get to play as Alex?
No, that's rumor.
All right. No, you're actually here to talk about Lost Coast, right?
Right. Lost Coast is a new level or mission, if you will, that's really focused on new technology and pushing the envelope in terms of visual fidelity and the artwork that's in the game.
Right. Now, one of the technologies is HDR, which I guess you're going to do a great job of explaining this to our viewers at home, because I'm completely confused.
I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to give it a shot. So in addition to sort of just pushing the envelope and letting the artist really push really high resolution textures and sort of forget about any minimum spec requirements or what have you, and just targeting the high end only, we're also introducing high dynamic range lighting, or HDR as it's called. And so to sort of help explain that, I brought in a couple pictures and whatnot that we're taking a look at here. So as you can see,
that looks great for in-game, Doug.
These are actual regular photographs, and you can see as the amount of light that the camera's f-stop is allowing to hit the film, the exposure changes, and so the brightness get really, really hot, and the dark spots get really, really dark. And so basically, in a very simple sense, what HDR is doing is bringing that to the game. And when you look at something that's light, your eyes will adjust to that for a second, and the details will wash in and out with it. And not only will the light affect you as you look at it, but also if you turn around, the things that the light is being cast onto will also take on those properties as well.
So now, how is that fundamentally different than the light bloom effect, which other games have used as well?
Well, the light bloom effect is sort of like a baby step towards really doing HDR in the complete sense.
Okay.
Again, if you look right at the light bloom, there's an effect that's happening, but if you turn around and look behind you, it's completely static. So they sort of focused on where you were looking for a second to give you an effect or a taste of HDR, but really didn't populate the whole scene or light the whole set with HDR completely.
Gotcha. Okay, so now you brought a video with you. It's what everybody's been waiting for online, I think, so we might as well show it.
Okay.
What are we about to see here?
So we're just going to take a look here at one of the pieces in Lost Coast. You're inside a monastery here. And what we've got going here on camera is a before and after. So on the left, you can see with HDR switched on, you're getting great glows. You can see sort of the hot properties on the floor there, where the really direct beams of light are sort of giving you sort of a glow effect on the floor. On the right there, you can see it switched off, and it's obviously much darker and less fluid. You know, if you talk to Hollywood directors or people who build sets, and you say, what's the most important part of bringing a set to life? 99% of them will tell you it's the lighting. And really what we're trying to do here with HDR is to sort of bring games that much closer to having a realistic environment by working with the lighting. We've pushed polygons on characters, we've added more characters on screens, we've made bigger maps, but we haven't really attacked the lighting yet. And that's sort of the next step here that we're biting off.
Well, it looks absolutely gorgeous, but what's this going to cost us in terms of performance? I mean, is this only for the highest of high-end machines?
Absolutely. It is, no bones about it. This is targeted at the super hardcore early adopter guy or gal who's got the latest and greatest stuff and really sort of the horsepower to haul, you know, these new APIs and new lighting tricks.
Now, how does something like HDR compare to the lighting system in a Doom 3 with the dynamic lighting? HDR is dynamic, correct?
Right. I mean, they're all sort of fancy names for doing basically the same thing from the end user's perspective. Now, the magic that's going on under the hood and how we're accomplishing it is different. They're taking a different approach than we are, and I'm sure Epic will take yet another approach in their next generation of Unreal games. It's probably too early to say who's doing it best. I probably have my own bias, given the name on my shirt. But I think the good news for gamers is that everybody who's doing something interesting with gaming technology is moving this forward. And I think what it's going to do is give us more realistic environments and new gameplay implications. And that's just ultimately good for everybody in gaming.
So the ability to do HDR-style lighting is within the Source engine. It's built in there, right?
Right.
So can modders take advantage of this?
Absolutely. With this update, not only will we be releasing the new mission Lost Coast to all Half-Life 2 owners for free via Steam, but we'll also be doing an update to Half-Life 2 so that it will get some HDR effects, and we'll be adding this technology to the Source SDK so that mod authors can use it in writing their Source or Half-Life 2 mods.
Incredible. So now I want to switch gears for a second. You've had a chance to see the latest NVIDIA and the latest ATI cards, right? At least the cores of the cards.
Yep.
Can you tell me who do you think is going to take the lead in the next-gen console race, or perhaps who's your favorite right now?
Well, I think what we're seeing right now is something that's really interesting. Traditionally, we've seen companies come out and establish themselves as the firm dominant leader in the GPU or the graphics world. And they sort of get complacent, their technology sort of goes a little stale, and you'll see a competitor come in and knock them off the throne and take that position. With ATI and NVIDIA, we're seeing a bit more of a dogfight where they're both pushing each other, and neither one of them is sort of letting up the throne for too long.
I've seen PR reps in the alleys actually beating each other with broken bottles. So.
It's fierce. They're friends, but they're also very fierce competitors. And I think, again, that's good because while they're forcing each other to move forward to have that competitive edge, we as software developers are getting new technologies to write to, which in turn gives gamers new experiences and greater senses of realism and better graphics to enjoy.
All right. Well, we're out of time, unfortunately, but real quickly, feel free to give our viewers the release date on Team Fortress 2. Go for it.
Soon.
All right. We should mention that it is a free download on Steam, the Lost Coast level.
Lost Coast coming in just a few weeks for free to all Half-Life 2 owners via Steam.
Doug, thank you so much for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate it. Thanks for explaining the HDR goodness. For more info on Valve, check out their website. Of course, it's valvesoftware.com. And like we said, the level will be available through Steam for free in the near future. Now we're going to be taking your calls from Master Case Modder Paul Capello, so stick around for that. But next, It's the worst user-created ever. Oh, the humanity. You'll hear about it right after the break.
Oh my God!
So what if she just won Best Actress? I just found naked photos of her.
The show that gets it before it gets out. Attack of the Show, tonight at midnight.
Tomorrow's Attack of the Show is filled with a lot of ins, a lot of outs, and a lot of what have yous. First up, Brandon heads to Lebowski Fest, a convention for fans of the epic film. And then one of the world's best card stackers will construct a massive cityscape live on our set. And finally, we're fragging and surviving in our Attack of the Show land party. Good times! Ain't we lucky we got them? So watch tomorrow's show, damn it.
Damn it.
That was authoritative.
That's right. You make it, we show it. That's how it works on this week's User Created. Okay, people, 2 weeks ago, we gave you the opportunity, no, the privilege to send us flash animations of us, the hosts on vacation. It's a little narcissistic, but whatever.
Yeah, we are.
I mean, it's what we do.
Seriously, how's my hair?
It's all right.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you right now, actually, can you tell? I don't have the heart. I don't have the heart to tell
Really?
them. Yeah.
This was the absolute worst showing for User Created of all time. They had 2 weeks.
Stinkers.
2 weeks, people. 2. God, I don't want to scare anybody off from submitting their stuff, but frankly, you guys suck.
Oh, no, that's mean.
Well, no, okay, I shouldn't say that. Usually they're fairly awesome.
You
They
guys
do
are
a great
good.
job.
We really
but this,
appreciate you.
This time, Sarah, this time.
So in honor of this User Created, we're going to show you 30 terrible Flash cartoons in 30 seconds.
Mom, can you please get me some chicken noodle soup?
Now he'll want to be player one. He won't want to be player one.
Can I be player one?
Hey guys, long time no see.
I am just so offended that they gave me a man's voice in that one, like 15 seconds in.
Honestly, I'm really excited. I actually really want to see like the full versions of some of those after seeing that.
Didn't you already watch them, Kevin?
I watched the overwhelming majority, but I missed those little bits. Those were...
I liked them. We liked them. They
All right.
sucked, but we love you anyway. So next week, we want you to break out the old Photoshop. Make us some Attack of the Show movie posters. This should be fun.
This will be.
This is a fun project.
They're good with the Photoshop.
It's as if the Attack of the Show was a giant Hollywood blockbuster. Or even an indie movie. It's fine. We're not going to judge you. We're giving you a Photoshop kit, though, so you can download it from our site. And here's ours, so you get an idea of what we're looking for. Aha! Does that look familiar, Kevin?
It looks a little familiar.
Attack of the Clones. Look at that. It's great. So don't do that one. It's taken. But you can go to our show notes at g4tv.com/usercreated and submit your own submissions.
That's nice and redundant of you.
Yeah.
Now I think it's time we take some phone calls. Kevin?
That's right. I'm back with case monitor Paul Capello, and we have some questions. We have some phoners on the line.
Terrific.
You ready to take some questions?
I sure am.
And it looks like they hung up. Caller, are you there? Caller.
Hello?
Hi. How's it going?
Hey, hey.
What's your name?
Hey, Aziz. My name is Aziz.
Ah, nice to meet you.
Aziz.
I love the show.
Oh, thanks. Did you have a question about modding?
Yes. My question is, hello?
Yes. Take your time.
We hear you.
My question is, I want to do some case mods, and I was wondering if you had a website which can basically, like, show me some nice case mods and tell me how to do quick case mods.
Now, that's a good question because I don't know of any really good web. Are there specific websites just for modding, like some really good ones out there?
Yeah, there are. I mean, I got my start on the community forums, websites like hardocp.com, twistedmods.com.
you can go there and you can log on, you can join up on the forums, and there's plenty of instructionals and tutorials on how to start from scratch and build your first case mod.
What about websites for just showing off really cool mods? Is there like a /dot of like modding out there?
Well, there's places, once again, like the Hard Forums.
Hard Forums has a lot of good pictures and whatnot.
Yeah, it does. They have a huge community there, thousands and thousands of pictures. Everything from beginners to advanced stuff. There's also my website, which is up and coming.
We'll give it a plug.
Sure, why not?
Come on.
I just started my community forum, so I hope everybody comes there and starts posting their pictures.
What's your website?
Thebestcasescenario.com.
Very cool.
But places like HardOCP, there's also BitTech.net. There's places for reviews of hardware that go inside case mods. Places like thetechlounge.com.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get a collection of all these mods, and we'll put them in our show notes so they can check them out there.
Yeah.
Thanks for the call. You can pick up Paul's new book, and thanks, Paul, for taking a question with me.
Sure.
Pick up his new book, Maximum PC's Guide to Extreme PC Mods, in bookstores now. Now, Attack of the Show isn't over yet. We'll be back to answer some of your chat questions in exactly 2 minutes and 10 seconds. All right, let's see what's going on in our IRC chat room, shall we?
We shall.
All right.
All right.
First question, Deception. He wants to know where he can find Attack of the Show wallpaper.
Do we have the wallpaper up on our website?
We can put it up there. It's just a little bitmap. I'll upload it.
So the answer is the website.
Yes. I don't know if it's up there right now, but we can put it up
So we
there.
don't have the answer.
The answer is soon on the website.
If it's not on the website, we'll put it up tonight.
Yes.
That's
Done.
a pretty good answer,
Yes.
right?
Done.
You men always
I love
make
how-
things
Good job,
so
team.
complicated.
Good job.
Actually,
No,
none of us.
Sarah didn't put her hand
We won't
in.
put it up. None of us do that.
I'll be in my
like
car.
a web guy. Like,
I might.
Corey.
will take
I
care
might
of
do
it.
it.
Do you have access to post on the website?
Sure.
How?
I do.
How? See,
Secret.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Kerwin wants to know if there is a way to play the PSP online.
Oh, good
Yeah,
question.
if the game supports it and you have Wi-Fi access available, yeah, you just.
Now, what about these EA games that are saying like they support online
Well, that's
play
that's
and then
I
they
don't know if that's a printing error or like a shameless ploy by their part. Some of the games apparently on the back say that they support online, but they really don't. So that's done. There's also the X-Link, which I believe can tunnel packets, but that has to support some sort of local LAN play in order for that to work. So
Very cool.
yeah. The answer, Brendan, is yes.
Oh. Thank you. That's what I was looking for.
Good.
Kevin.
You got it. That wasn't a.
Speaking of fight,
Were
next
those fight
question.
words?
Zubird wants to know if the Kevins, there seems to be some animosity. Do you guys need to duel it out?
No.
Zubird's got money on one of you.
No, the hate's good for the show.
Yeah, we like the hate and yeah.
That's a lie. You should see them off camera. Hate each other.
They don't even talk to each other. It's
Don't
awful.
even talk. It's so.
You had to move cubes to get
That's
away.
right.
It's so
I
awkward.
moved cubes because
You
there
did.
was just too much crap going on. You guys are like blah blah blah.
Oh, well,
blah.
I'm sorry. We're trying to make television. I'm sorry to get in your way.
It's like my private little cube.
See?
I need to drink my tea.
Dude, he doesn't sit near us. He just chills all day long.
Before the show, the producers actually come and they'll whisper and they'll be like, hey, Pereira, Rose says your shirt's ugly. I'm just letting you know. Don't say anything about it.
They
I'm
do
like,
the same thing
what?
to me.
Yeah, well, no, I really actually do think your shirt's ugly.
Oh, well, dude, I kind of
You know
like
we're
this
still on
shirt,
television,
actually.
right?
Oh, yeah, we'll say goodbye then.
We're just
All right.
talking. Okay, that's all the time we have for Attack of the Show. Sorry, I know you wanted to hear more about the shirts and stuff like that. But big thanks to our guests Paul Capella and Doug Lombardi. Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.